Hey guys, it's Kate, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am back with another journal page, and so I grabbed a few colors of acrylic ink. I've got crimson, and all of these are creative inspirations. I got these at Jerry's Artorama, but you can use whatever you have on hand because there's so many good acrylic paints out there. But crimson, deep yellow, Van Dyke brown, lamp black, this peachy flesh tint color, and I'm going to use some titanium white. I don't know if I'm going to use all of these, but we will just get started. I really wanted something bright and sunny. It has been so dreary outside with winter time, and I'm ready for some bright sunshine in my life. We've had just seemingly endless days of cloudiness. So I'm working on my sketchbook, and I did tape down my page, and I've got a coat of actually matte medium on there. So it's a little bit sealed in, and I'm just going to doll up a little of this paint down here. So I want it to be kind of red and orangey. I'm going to put the red and yellow kind of next to each other. And I'm going to keep it kind of light for right now. And then I can always add more color with my darks because I will add a little bit of darks. But right now I'm going to grab some of this white, some of this red, some of this yellow, and just start getting a nice little blend of color on the page. And I'm going to let it kind of lighten up naturally and just kind of work this through and let it blend together. Now I'm going to go do like a once over on this first, and then I'm going to come back through and do a little bit of blending. I actually really like that though. That's kind of nice too. All right, I'm going to wipe off my brush. Okay, so I've got kind of a drier brush. I'm just going to go lightly over this because I don't want to mess up or blend too much into my colors. I really like that sort of pink look. And I'm just kind of going back and forth and letting my brush kind of pick up a little bit of extra color here. And I actually think I like this little blend. I might go over it just a little bit. And I'm being really light with my brush. All right, I've got my smaller filbert brush here. I think I might just do the brown, but we'll see how it looks. I'm going to grab a little bit of Van Dyke brown straight out of my tube, and I've got just a little blob on my brush here, and I'm just going to add just a little bit in a couple of spots. I'm going to grab my paper towel again for blotting because I don't want it to spread everywhere. I just want to add a little bit of darkness. And might put a little bit here, a little bit down here, but keep with the overall lightness in these spots. I kind of like these little brushy strokes though. I think that looks pretty. All right. I think that looks pretty good actually. I've got some darks, I've got some really brights, and I've got my sort of mid-tones. And I love that bright sunny look. So I'm going to let this dry and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I went ahead and hit this bad boy with a hair dryer. I have one little blob up here that's still a little bit wet, but the rest of this is dry. And I have this red glitter Posca pen, and it's really nice. I actually just did a little swatch on this little square, and you can kind of see the shine, and it's not too dark. And I think it goes really nicely with the colors that are down on my page. So I want to do a few little doodles with this, kind of over the areas where it's going to blend in really nicely. I think I'm going to do some things up in this corner, and I'm just going to do some simple spirals. Now I've got that kind of wet part up here, but what I'm going to do is just kind of go around it just like that. And then I am going to just kind of continue and add some little doodles here. And what I'm doing is filling in this area, and I'm going to make some different size doodles, but I'm going to fill in that corner, almost like a little pattern. And the pen is kind of catching on a couple of spots where I have like little paint ridges. So I'm just trying to go a little bit gentle. That way I don't have it kind of catch. And if I feel it catch, I'm just going to come at it from the other direction. Now I'm just going to add a few here to kind of fill out this corner. And I like that sort of subtle blend. You can see it more here, and then it kind of fades away here. But when I tilt the page, I can see that glitter. When we do the close-up later, I'll be able to show you more. So now that I've got that corner kind of filled out, I'm going to taper it off a bit and make them kind of a little bit smaller and then a little bit closer together and spread, or not spread out and closer together, but I'm going to kind of stagger a couple a little bit, almost like it is slowing down on its own. So they won't be right up against each other anymore. And I will just have it not even like touching each other. I'll have one there, maybe one here, maybe one there. And then I'll have the same thing up here, kind of have a couple layered over this brown area, but much more staggered. And then maybe one more, just like that. Okay, I think that looks good. Now I'm going to do some little sort of leaf shapes here. And this too is going to be kind of anywhere. And I'm going to have it coming up, coming out. Just like that. Just want to add some pattern. Now I'm going to grab my red, just put some little dots. And I'm going to let it go right over my stent or my little spirals. And I'm going to put it pretty much just over the red, but I'm going to let them kind of cross over this brown here. So I'm going to bring them down into this corner area. And that way it's almost a little bit uniform, but it's still traveling across the page. I think that looks pretty good. It's just adding a little bit of kind of subtle texture. Now I've got this brown. I'm going to do some little lines here. And I'm kind of matching my color, so I have kind of low contrast. Except for a couple of these little areas, it's pretty low. The browns with the brown, the reds with the red. That glittery red is kind of everywhere, but it mostly blends in the background. And so I am just matchy-matchy right now. And I'm going quickly, not too worried about, you know, the perfection of the little dashes and dots, just so that we have some marks. Now, what I also grabbed is some of these little decals from Temu. I don't know what, if any, I will want to use, but I thought I would kind of try them out a little bit. I don't think I want to use this one. That's a little bit too much ivy. Okay, before I keep changing my mind, I'm going to stick with this. I think I like that. I also picked out a sentiment that I'm going to put on the top. And it's this one here. It says, "The journey is the destination." And now I'm going to put it right here. That's crooked. I'm not going to put it right there. Okay, this looks a little bit better. The journey is the destination. Is that still crooked? It's good enough. It's good enough. I'm going to have to get like a laser level for my sentiments. All right, let's take our tape off and see what we've got. And I've got a pretty thick layer of paint, so I'm going to go easy with the tape because it's going to try to tear the tape because the paint is so thick. Just like right there. And it still wants to tear. Let me try coming from the other side. Oh yeah, that's much better. Let's get the close-up. I love this page. What do you think? And you can see that glitter from the Posca pen, but I really love this page, and it's so easy to do. You just have a really nice soft background, and you can grab any collage papers, pieces you have on hand. You can just draw some more patterns. These are so fun to make, and they're just really nice to look at. So I hope you enjoyed this little journal page with me today. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. And until next time, keep creating. Bye.